Welcome back everyone to Sword of Mana. I am Markus and we have reached the castle of Lorimar, and now we're gonna talk around with whoever is in this room. The castle seems completely frozen in time, it seems. Oh damn. Everybody's frozen. Oh, hello there. You look like the Beast King. Our first guest in how many years? Who are you? I'm King Lorimar, though I'm the only one in the castle right now. Welcome to the Kingdom of Lorimar. Why is everybody frozen? Have no fear, they're not dead. Not dead, you say? They sure look like they are. You are... This man sold his soul. This man sold his own people to the Vandal Empire so he could get mana power. Vandal gave him an old evil spirit, which King Lorimar sacrificed his people for, and now he's the only one left in his whole kingdom. What do you mean? What about them? Now knowing they'd been deceived by Vandal, they'd follow the spirit's wishes. I had no choice! There was no other way! If that spirit had been so easy to tame, Vandal would never let him go. You be quiet! We've heard enough from you, Marley! Have you no shame? Even your beloved son, poor Prince Durak! Oh, no! I'll never forgive you! Oh! Travelers, such is the state of our country. You will do well to pass through this land without looking back. Marley, you're Marley, right? My word, Miss Fuji, you're looking well. You too, Marley. I'm so glad you made it safely off the airship. You two friends? This is Marley, Dark Lord's lady-in-waiting. I'm sorry, Marley. You couldn't come to any understanding? No. Dark Lord has his mind firmly set. He also was well aware that he couldn't lose his life in a rebellion. So Dark Lords... When I heard that you had attacked Dark Lord, Miss Fuji, I was inexplicably bathed in a sense of sadness and relief. Miss Fuji, I mean you no harm. As you can see, our nation is in a terrible state. You will do well to pass through this land and not stop. Marley, we want to go to the Subsea Volcano. Do you know the way? To reach Subsea Volcano you must pass through rocky wilds, but on the way there, I fear the armory has icy devils of its own. Oh no, does that mean we can't get it there? There is perhaps one way. The evil spirit who froze the people is called ManaSeries. If you defeat ManaSeries, you may also dispel his magic. Marley, we don't have time to stand around and reminisce. We got to go. Where's this ManaSeries? That look in your eyes. I can tell you're determined. ManaSeries has made dead in Kala Peaks. I shall give you this key. You are free to move about the castle. Thank you, Marley. Miss Fuji, you have experienced much since we last met. I feel you are far more assured of yourself. Take care. To defeat ManaSeries, go to Kala Peaks by the castle back gate. That look in your eyes, I can tell you're determined. ManaSeries has made a dead in Kala Peaks. So yeah, everything in this place is kinda fucked, and I don't get how you did not realize that your son was frozen right next to you. When the hell did this happen? Were you asleep the whole time? Whatever. But yeah, we got to the Kingdom of Lorimar by flying off with the cannon from Jed, because we needed to basically reach the Subsea Volcano and uncover the location of the Mana Sword. So now we are here, but everything is frozen. We have to take another cannon off to the location of the Subsea Volcano, but as you can see, well, everything is kind of in a frozen state right now, and we can do anything. So we have to go and defeat this Malris guy in order to proceed. So yeah, let's keep exploring around. Of course I got the wrong side of the door to get out of this place. There will be a lot of people to talk to when this place is gonna get unfrozen. Hopefully this is the back door. Yes. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot to explore again here in Kahala Peaks. Hopefully this is the magic that I need in order to basically beat this shit out of these animals and whatnot. Oh damn. Maybe it's better that you get back into using your magic, because yeah, your fists aren't doing all that much damage, which is weird, honestly. Yeah, oh my god. Wally, what happened to you? You used to be better than this. Smoke! Oh my god. I wonder if I actually managed to get all those freaking coins. Yeah, we're gonna beat the ice with our fists. This is kind of badass, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna assume that's the correct way to go, but as you know, it's good to go around and explore a bit. We might as well, since we might never know what items we can find lying around. And at the very least, I'm not taking that much damage from these guys, at least for now. Although they are pretty damn resilient, I must say. So yeah, at this point, the gameplay is basically... the gameplay loop has become rather apparent. I love this game. I'm struggling to find things to say because, again, we are treading around in this winter wonderland of sorts. It's gonna be rather interesting to go around and find out some new stuff, because in this winter wonderland I think we've basically seen everything by this point. And the game that I don't know if I ever want to touch with the ManaSeries, because it's such a weird experience. That would be kind of hard to manage as a game, but that would be Legend of Mana one day. Legend of Mana it's kind of strange. It was done by Akitoshi Kawazu was the producer, and I think it was also the director, I don't remember. But if you know anything about Akitoshi Kawazu, if you're a fan of the ManaSeries, you know how much weird his games tend to go. And oh my god, no, water magic is even more useless than your fists. Oh, Wally. Yeah, I gotta assume this area is gonna be a lot easier with Lecter as your main companion, because yeah, for some reason Wally doesn't seem to hurt these kinds of enemies. I don't know if it's basically these guys which have very high physical defense or whatever or whatnot. But yeah, Legend of Mana is probably one of the most experimental games in this series, because you basically get... oh my god. Didn't I put you? Oh no, I set you close in, but still magic. It wasn't weapons. My bad. But yeah, go around and punch these guys, because yeah, at least you do a lot more damage to these guys. I love these. I love this head of a cat. This game's sprites look so gorgeous. But yeah, you basically... Legend of Mana is kind of a... I wanna almost call it a sandbox game, because you create your character, you literally create the world, because you get to decide where all the locations have been put, and you run around, do random quests for people without really following a linear plot, until you eventually find the mana tree and basically finish the game. It's weird. It's interesting because, like, it's very experimental, like I said. You can do some very weird stuff, and there are so many characters and so many stories. If you really get into it, you can... there is a lot, I feel, that you can get out of that game, but as it is right now, like, sometimes it's really difficult to find your footing in that game. I cannot... Do I just can't hit those... I just can't hit those bats? My god. Come on, where is... Yes, thank you. Like, there are times when I was... when I was playing Legend that it's like, cool, I'm discovering new stuff, I'm uncovering these new allies, this new story, that I can go around and discover things about the world. That is very, honestly, very damn interesting. It's a very lore... It's a lore game. Everything is about the lore, exploring the world and getting everything... every detail around about all the characters. But yeah, because of that, it's also very... It's dispersive. That's what it is. Your experience might end up being very, very scattered, depending on how you end up playing the game. It's also very easy to just get lost and at some point, because after a while, in the beginning, you might gonna run into some quests, and you are going to do a lot of stuff very snappily, very quickly. But after a while, you kinda get to a point where you're like, yeah, what now? If I remember correctly, there are some NPCs that can give you hints, but even with that, it can get rather tricky. And if I remember correctly, if you put the locations in a particular order, there might be also a way that you cannot get everything. So if you really want to go for 100%, you really gotta work for that. But honestly, it's not a thing that you should really aim for in a game like Legend of Mana. Legend of Mana, it's a game that really... It's better for you to just go experience it, whichever, and be okay with that, with what you managed to uncover. I know that what I said right now, it's a nightmare for a completionist, but trust me, this is the better way to go. Because honestly, the only way you can manage to actually get everything in Legend of Mana is it's with a very, very detailed guide. Really going step by step, and at that point I feel it basically becomes a very irritating experience. I don't think anyone really enjoyed get 100% in Final Fantasy X too. Which, yeah, it's that kind of gameplay in a nutshell. Although with less talking to NPCs for a survey about theme parks and finding us playing. Oh my god, playing Cupid for a guy that cannot seem to find a wife for the life of his. I love 10 too, but having some quests are very freaking annoying in that game. There's a lot of good stuff about Final Fantasy X too. It's a game that really, for as much of a weird departure it is from the previous game, there is a lot of stuff that basically gets lost, I feel, on most players because they cannot just get into the atmosphere. Being such a stark difference for Final Fantasy X and all that. Ooh, we have a save point here. Let's pray the Mana Goddess. It's weird that I didn't get any levels by coming through here. And oh, there we go. Just up there into a boss fight without any fanfare. I don't know if this monster would be eligible for receiving a punch in the face. Let's try with the fire since it's an ice-based. Yeah, very much sensitive to fire. Wally, manage to do something if you can. Oh, damn it! The Kamehameha wave actually freaking hit it. And yeah, this is the reason why I like this kind of magic so much. You can make it linger on the enemy's hitbox and it does so much damage. Is it so? I come to this world to see tomorrow, but before I knew it, I forgot my purpose and just floated aimlessly. Thank you, youngsters. A mist of blood. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a good sign. The pent-up magic became a thick fog which traversed the sky. Crossing the mountains and turning to rain. It's raining blood! Put the slayers to max! Crossing the snowfield and turning to rain. Torrents of rain spoke of the years gone by and those who were sacrificed. That rain of blood rode the wind on the way to the castle. And we saved everyone! The people awoke and realized what had happened. Freed from the ice, they sought the truth and blamed the king. I'm sorry, Durak. You may not be able to think of this old fool as your father anymore, but... Durak, will you succeed as Lorimar's king today? Father, your sin is great. Malris was defeated by warriors from outside the kingdom. Let us dispense with hatred and sadness and rebuild the Lorimar together. That will be your atonement, Father. I can assume that Durak is a reference to Durand from Trials of Mana. Just a moment. I know someone very much like you. You are mistaken. Oh, my apologies. Apologies. You are Pamela, are you not? Surely you jest. I am Marley, handmaid in service to the Granz family. I am old enough to be your mother. Please, release me. Wait a minute. Pamela, wasn't it just yesterday that we spoke tenderly under the stars? Your heart is as pure as ever. But as for me, I have grown more tainted with each passing day. Nothing is more cruel than the passage of time. Pamela watches over Lorimar from a distant land. What matters now is that you become a most excellent king. Yeah, basically she wasn't frozen with the entire kingdom of Lorimar, so she grew old while Durak remained young. How many years that thing stayed like that? Oh my god. The rain of blood melted not only the outer shell, but the inner core of the people as well. Thus they forgave the king, and the young prince ascended to the throne. Yet as a king was born, an old love was lost. As I said, this game can have some very tragic plot points at times. Marley! And yeah, I totally expect her to be not entirely fine after everything that happened. Let's see. Yeah, we'll take another level in Magician before getting another level as a warrior. I do this, 2 levels in magic and 1 level as a warrior. That should be rather fine to at least build up steadily my physical defense. Father told me you were the ones who defeated Malorus. Our deepest thanks. If you see Lady-in-Waiting Marley, please tell her that I will make a fine nation, and let her know that she's always welcome. Where did that Pamela go off to? Poor King Durak. You poor souls have not realized how much time has passed, have you? I wonder when Pamela and Prince Durak will wed. What is marriage? What is dating? I've done a terrible thing to poor Marley. She came to look in on me so often. If only I could turn back the hands of time. Yeah, you fucking moron, if only you could. To love or to be loved? Which brings greater happiness? To love, I guess. Being loved is it's something extremely important, but how can you be loved if you don't love anyone? If you don't love yourself, how the hell can you love anyone else? I have a fever in the back of my head. I'm not fibbing. It's really back there. At Subsea Volcano, there are places where the earth is brittle. Some spots are so soft they can't be penetrated with a sword. So it's a good idea to poke around and watch where you're walking. At least that's what an explorer once told me. I'm a supremely talented pharmacist. If you collect a few things like yeah, I still haven't gotten those. Logimon Engineer is number 1! Okay. Did you create the cannons? You released the castle from the ice? I want you to know how much we appreciate it, but my heart is still frozen, same as before. I lost something very valuable to me. Okay if I tell you about it? Yes? I'm looking for geodes. 8 kinds, each one with spirit power. Fire, water, wind, wood, moon, and even light and dark. You know the armory? Before this place froze, when I was traveling, I emptied out the geodes in my pockets. Each geode had a spirit trapped inside. I think it might be the only one who can break the seal. Would you go find them? If you do, then I can break the seal and set the spirits free. The geodes are small and very hard to see. Good luck! If you find a geode with a spirit, bring it to me. I think we have one. Oh my god, which geode did we have? If you don't have a spirit, I can't break the seal. Oh my god, really? The item... The one item that I don't have... Oh my god. Event items, maybe they're here? No? Oh my god. This inventory can be a mess sometimes. Yeah, let's not lollygag around to find that freaking geode. It was the geode of darkness, apparently. And I don't have shade yet. You're the one who rescued us, aren't you? Thanks ever so much. You're welcome, old lady. Now let's see what else can we find here. There's a hint that we can rest, but I mean there's a save point over here. It's not that we really that much need it. Adventurers' stories are full of lies. They got swept away in a flash flood, and then the water was gone. They were attacked by a 60-foot giant squid. I don't know what's true. I hate liars. Oh, lady, if you ever went into an adventure, I can assure you, they can get rather weird rather quickly. You've got good friends. Thank you. Like, you sat on a ship with some pirates, and the lesser you know, you're attacked by a giant dragon. From the position of the sun stars, we were able to calculate the altitude of Rocky Wilds. Now, thanks to us, anyone can go there. You set on a pirate ship, you get attacked by a dragon, then you wash ashore at an island where a witch with a blood mist punches you in the face. Is that barbecued newt? How do you? That smells so... Man, that smells good! You didn't happen to bump into my son, did you? Oh, forgive me. I am Marco, originally from Topple. My son is so thoughtful. I left home to work. I was desperate, so I became a mercenary. Now I'm barely supervising, living among the shadows. But tell my son that he shouldn't worry. Topple's the best. And now the Dark Lord has fallen, he didn't fret about me. Mind if I have a bite? Oh, so sorry. I just need a little more time before I go back home. Then just a bit more time, please. I found my son. A barbecue tail, so we can go back to Topple and talk to that kid. Might as well do it. Wanna play with me? No, sorry, I have to do something else at the moment. I was a ruffian myself in my younger days. See, I've been down to Subland River before, but a huge puddle there kept me from going out any further. I was pretty pathetic. Hello, sir. If we had the looker to rent a room, yeah, why not? We never take a hit in this game, so might as well have our main characters sleep every once in a while. So yeah, we talked to everyone in the castle, and we are basically done with Lorimar. We have to use the armory now to go back to the subsea volcanoes, so I might as well save here. And let's see. Let's do that. Let's do that pit stop to Topple, maybe. Yeah, why not? No, but on the other hand, let's do this in the next part of SwordOfMana. Yeah, we see each other back at the armory, right at the start of the next part. We will go to Topple, and then we will reach the subterranean volcano. I am Markus, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself, guys.